Yeah. Pull up a chair. Real stories only. No filters. No cap. Staxx in the building. Chattin with Staxx. Where the real ones talk. Every scar got a story. Every mile got a walk. From the cell block walls to a brand new path. Everybody got a pass when you're chatting with Staxx. Chattin with Staxx. Let the truth come out. No fake headlines. No manufactured clout. Just life on the table. Every lesson attached. You might leave change when you're chatting with Staxx. Seen old bikers. Seen ex-cons too. Seen folks rebuild when they thought they were through. Some came from violence. Some came from pain. Some lost everything and got it all back again. Microphone on, let the conversation breathe. Everybody got something hidden up they sleeve. Not preaching perfection, not selling the dream. Just showing what survival really means. The streets leave marks that the cameras can't see. Years of hard lessons become history. Some carry regret, some carry pride. Some still fighting demons they can never quite hide. With Staxx, where the real ones talk. Every scar got a story, every mile got a walk. From the cell block walls to a brand new path. Everybody got a pass when you're chatting with Staxx. One guest says prison changes whole view. Another says sobriety pulled them through. One talks motorcycles, another talks faith. Everybody trying to find their place. No Hollywood script, no polished disguise. You can see the truth sitting right in their eyes. The road gets rough, everybody knows, but strength is measured by how far you grow. Some lost brothers, some buried friends. Some hit rock bottom and climb back again. That's why people listen when the stories get deep, because real recognizes real in every scene with Staxx. Where the real ones talk. Every star got a story, every mile got a walk. From the cell block walls to a brand new path. Everybody got a pass when you're chatting with Staxx. Chatting with Staxx.
Welcome to this episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today we're going to talk about this breaking news out of Connecticut. Situation unfolded yesterday at a charity event at a bike night. Before we get started, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your mother's brother, sister's friend about Chattin with Staxx, the dopest motorcycle content on YouTube. I appreciate all you guys taking the time to watch this show. A lot of supporters out there, and I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for the donations. If you want to donate to the show, you can hit up the Cash App at Chattin with Staxx, or you can hit up Venmo, PayPal, Super Sticker, Super Chat, Zelle, all that good stuff. I appreciate every single dollar. I put it right back into the show so I can bring you the dopest content possible. I want to give a huge shout out to Enzo for the merch. Some funny shit. I got a bunch of merch. And if you want to get some custom designs, hit me up. He makes stickers, keychains. I got all kinds of stuff. He hooked it up. Bam. I'll leave a link in the description of this video if you guys want to check it out. You guys can get things made. It's on leather, too. It's pretty dope. Can you see it? So shout out to that, man. I really appreciate you. Thank you guys all for tuning in. If you want to tell your story on Chattin with Staxx, just email me at billstaxx2021@gmail.com. So we got a lot of things to talk about today. Shout out to all you guys. Grumpy, what's good? Jason, how are you? Lindsay, thank you for joining me. I appreciate everything you do for this channel. Make sure you check out Patreon. A lot of exclusive content I can't post here. I got exclusive video. This dude gave me permission to use his video from the situation that happened. So the breaking news on the situation, I'll let you know the breaking news and then we'll cover the other topics and then we'll get back to this situation. The breaking news is 8 people have been charged in this situation that happened. But it's pretty crazy and we're going to break it down. Hey, Kitso, how you doing? Good afternoon. Jason, Grumpy Italian. Ken, how are you? Thank you guys all for joining me. So, we got a lot of stories to cover. Let's see here. This is a wild one. I mean, you can't make this shit up, right? A popular female corrections officer arrested after 13 inmates became pregnant. Popular female? What? No. The delusion is real, people. It really is. Like, the delusion is absolutely real. Don't know what's going on with this world. It's just crazy. Sometimes I'm at a loss of words. What's really going on? So, if you guys haven't seen The Westies has dropped. I watched it last night. It was pretty dope. I liked it. I mean, I've seen the first 2 episodes, and it was a really good series so far. Check it out. The Westies original series. Kitso, working but listening. I appreciate you, man. Wilson, how are you? Thank you for joining me. Yeah, bike night at the ranch. And it's usually a very safe place. I mean, it still is a safe place. They're going to demonize it because of this situation that happened. But we're going to get to all the details in a minute. So it looks like there was a lot of backlash about up in Canada, how they were targeting the bikers, right? Now they changed their tune. Now there's nothing to be concerned about, says the Windsor police chief ahead of the Hells Angel gathering. But article before that said, beware bikers coming into our town and be on high alert and all this shit. And now he says there's nothing to be concerned about. It's probably the safest time of year in that town with these bikers that go there. Like, it's crazy, right? They said they expect more than 750 visitors, probably a lot more than that. But Windsor Police Chief Jason Crawley says they are fully prepared for the arrival of the Hells Angels, an affiliated motorcycle club in Windsor, Essex, in the coming days. Roughly 750 people linked to the Hells Angels, as well as other clubs from across Ontario and other parts of Canada and some of the United States are expected. Windsor police said this week. Crawley says the motorcyclists are having their national party in Windsor, Essex, but there is little to be concerned about. That's not what he was saying a couple days ago, right? He goes, I can tell you that people of Windsor and Essex County, that there is no threat here. They're typically keep to themselves, and they don't want any trouble either because that's not what they're here for. How come he didn't say this in the first place? Instead, they came out with an article bashing these guys, saying, be on high alert, we're going to enforce the laws and all this crazy shit. It's because they target these bikers. They don't care. They target them. It says Windsor police have noted that Gatherings is not affiliated with the well-known local charity Motorcycle Hogs for Hospice. So what? What does that mean? What does that matter? It says, what are they here for? The Hells Angels Clubhouse located in Amsterdam. Crowley says that they're likely to spend the majority of their time at that location. They'll hang out there a lot, but they will come and partake in some of the business and bars, restaurants, strip clubs in Windsor, Crowley said. That's what they're doing. They're going there to spend money in your community, and you demonized them on the first fucking article. And now they're changing their tune. It's very odd that they're changing their tune. Like, I don't understand. They travel in large groups typically. So you'll be able to see large groups traveling through the county. and through the city. When asked if being a member of the Hells Angels is a crime itself, Crawley had this to say: "No, not at all," he clarified. They have been designated an organized group, an organized crime, so that's why we, the police, are concerned. But I have to tell you, people of Windsor and Essex, there is no threat here. But in the other article, he had totally different shit to say, right? He says, as the police, we have a responsibility to maintain order and public safety, Crowley said. Really, there is no worry, and nobody in the community, there's no threat to public safety. These kinds of groups, they don't want to draw too much attention to themselves. They like to fly under the radar because it's some of the things they do. No, they just want to be left alone, just like most of them, right? Their best behavior is expected, they said. Longtime Canadian reporter says gatherings such as this and biker gangs, he says, are the majority for members and a show of force, but doesn't expect any criminals in nature. They'll be going around to bars and strip clubs. They'll be planning their next move. Edwards also penned several books about outlaw bikers and organized crime, believe they'll be on their best behavior. They want people to go away thinking they look tough, he said, but they're not so bad. They're hoping to get people saying they're kind of lovable, and it's kind of theatrical, he said. Edwards said that he's interested to see if Walter Stagnant attends the gathering. He's a pretty well-known Hells Angel. He's probably one of the most famous ones up there in Canada. He's the former Hells Angels national president, previously served. There is no national president, so I don't know what he's talking about. Maybe he was a president up there at one point, but there is no national president. So he served jail time after being convicted of conspiracy to commit murder, drug trafficking charges in 2004. Extremely smart, extremely low profile. He doesn't give a lot of clues. He'd have to show up at this point. If he's there, he's quiet. That's a dangerous thing because now you walk away with everybody's dirty secret, you know? That's not the safe thing to do, he said. It says biker gang, Satan's Choice Motorcycle Club, and so-called New Era of rapid recruitment recently in parts of Ontario, according to Ontario police. There's a lot of kids who want some sort of identity and want to get into a club. Guns are very, very cheap now, he says. So the potential for violence is a lot higher. I don't know why they are even saying this. It says Satan's Choice Outlaw Gang begins dissolving in 2000 as the Hells Angels absorbed them, many of its branches. Edwards says despite the tensions between the two gangs, he doesn't think anything will bubble up in Windsor this weekend. Satan's Choice has started up with ex-members of the Hells Angels. One of their members was murdered in May. It's sort of an open secret that there's more people who would be looking over their shoulder right now, he says. So I don't know. It's a little weird. I don't know. Why would they even bring up Satan's Choice in this article? Kind of weird, right? Who knows? And Harley said over and over, there is no beef with the Angels. So I don't know why they're like poking at that. Hey, the Gemster, Nick, how are you? Thank you for joining me. I live a mile from Cadillac Ranch. Crazy to hear this. Yeah, it is a wild situation. It was pretty big news. It is pretty big news. I mean, so we got a bunch of accidents to talk about, and then we're going to get back to the topic at hand, right? So, 60-year-old man who was killed in a motorcycle crash. This is out of South Carolina. A 60-year-old man was killed in a crash in Banu that occurred on Tuesday morning. The coroner's office was notified around 7:11 a.m. on Tuesday of a fatal traffic collision on Highway 17, alternate of Church of the God Road in Banu. The crash occurred roughly 6:53 a.m. and involved a Kawasaki motorcycle and a Ford pickup truck, South Carolina Highway Patrol said. Brian Rogers, 60 years old of Banu, was the sole occupant of the motorcycle, was pronounced dead at the scene, a result from his injuries sustained during the crash. The driver of the Ford pickup truck was not injured. Officials say the Ford truck struck the motorcycle while they were traveling south on US 17A, while the motorcycle was trying to turn on the Church of God Road. They said along with the fire department were all responded to the incident. This crash remains under investigation. Second victim dies after motorcycle struck an SUV in northern Cumberland or Northernland County. This is out of Augusta Upper Township, if anyone knows where that is. A second person has died following a motorcycle crash Tuesday night. Authorities said Megan Wallace, 32, of Sudbury, died. I believe this is up in Canada, right? Critical injuries sustained during the crash, according to, this Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania State Police said the crash occurred shortly after 9 p.m. Tuesday at Bush Valley Road intersection with Shock Road, Upper Augusta Township. Investigators said Brian Wallace, 34, of Sudbury, was riding a Harley-Davidson motorcycle east on Brush Valley Road, and Megan Wallace was as his passenger when an SUV driven by Kevin Shiloh, 57, entered the Brush Valley Road and Shock Road. Police said the SUV collided head-on with the motorcycle. Brian and Megan were both thrown from the motorcycle during the impact. Brian was pronounced dead at the scene by the coroner's office. Megan was flown to a medical center where she died from her injuries. Damn, that's sad. Pennsylvania State Police in the coroner's office continue to investigate the fatal crash. No charges have been announced. I mean, this is all too... this happens so much, right? So this is wild. A Detroit man has been arrested in connection with a deadly shooting at a motorcycle club. Let me see. I got a video for you guys. If I can get it to play. A suspect arrested for fleeing crash. Community urges safety. This is out of El Paso, Texas. A 21-year-old who was arrested and accused of killing a couple who were riding a motorcycle along Loop 375 in El Paso, Lower Valley, reportedly admitted to drinking 2 Michelob Ultra beers before the deadly crash. The arrest affidavit said David McCall accused him of fleeing the crash on Sunday, July 12th. The crash resulted in the death of Alfredo Torres and Miriam Torres, or Tori. He was 44, she's 42. According to court documents, McCall was driving a 2025 Kia Forte westbound on Loop 375 when he failed to control the speed of the vehicle and collided with the motorcycle carrying the two people. They were ejected from the motorcycle and pronounced dead at the scene, suffering serious bodily injuries, obviously. after the crash, McCall fled the scene on foot and failed to report the collision. But the crazy thing about this is the arrest affidavit stated that the son of the two victims was following the motorcycle, and that was his parents. He was behind his parents on Loop 375 when he observed McCall traveling at a high rate of speed and actively changing lanes. He stated the Kia McCall was driving, lost control, and collided with the motorcycle that his parents were driving. Witness told officers he observed the vehicle collide with the right cement barrier. So basically, the Kia went into the lane and smashed into the motorcycle and crashed into the cement barrier and flew them right off the bike. And they were both killed on impact. That's a sad situation. And the son was behind while this was all happening. He was behind him. So he witnessed the whole thing. I mean, that's a sad situation. Here's another article of the same thing. Suspect arrested for fleeing deadly crash. Community urges safety. Oh no, that's the same one. So Detroit man arrested in connection with a deadly shooting at a motorcycle club. This is out of Detroit. Detroit man charged with a shooting at a motorcycle club that left one dead. Officials say a Detroit man, Samuel Tipton Jr., has been charged in connection with a deadly shooting of Daryl Moore earlier this year. On March 1st, just after 3 a.m., Detroit police were called to a club on the 7100 block of West Warren Avenue for a shooting. When they arrived, police found Moore inside the club with a gunshot wound to the neck. He later died at the scene. Police say Tipton allegedly approached Moore and fired a handgun at him before leaving the area. Tipton was arrested on July 6th. He's charged with 1 count of first-degree murder, 1 count of possession of a firearm by a prohibited person, 2 counts of felony firearm. He was arraigned Wednesday afternoon. I'll bring you guys more information when it becomes available. This is another situation. Motorcyclist seriously injured in a hit and run in New York. Toronto police are searching for a driver that, after a hit and run in North York, that left a motorcyclist seriously injured Wednesday night. Police say the motorcycle and car collided in Cronford Road in the area of Lawrence Avenue East, Victoria Park Avenue, shortly after 6:30 p.m. The motorcyclist, a man in his 20s, was transported to the hospital with serious injuries, police say. Meanwhile, the driver of the vehicle fled the scene. No description has been released. That's crazy. You hit someone on a motorcycle, you just take off. All right, this is out of Indiana. One dead, 3 injured after car hits 2 motorcycles in LaPorte County. Man is dead after a crash involving 2 motorcycles in a car, LaPorte County. Deputies responded to the intersection of US 421 and School Road around 4 p.m. Saturday for the crash. Police say the driver of the car, 19-year-old Daniel Correz, hit a motorcycle driven by 42-year-old Ryan Harrison. Harrison and his passenger were thrown from the motorcycle. Officials say Correz kept driving, hit another motorcycle, ejecting a 42-year-old and the passenger of the motorcycle as well. So he hit 2 different motorcycles, throwing the riders from the bikes. Harrison and the passenger were transported to Memorial Hospital by medical helicopter. He later died from his injuries. The second pair of riders were sent to Francerian Hospital for their treatment. Damn. So he hit 2 sets of drivers and kept going. Like, who does that? So if you guys haven't seen, I posted a picture of this guy, the guy with the glasses and the crazy hair. You guys remember that one? Guy looks like a weirdo. Trying to see if I can find it. I don't think I have it. But I got some exclusive video of this situation. Tennessee man arrested for allegedly motorcycle pursuit in Allen County. Let's see if I can get a video for you guys. All right. I got a video for you guys. Hit that like button. Share this video. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Charges after deputies say he led them on a motorcycle chase in Allen County. Tennessee man is facing multiple charges after deputies say he led them on a motorcycle chase in Allen County. Deputies first spotted a motorcycle speeding on Blankenship Road on Monday. Authorities say they later located the rider near the Tennessee state line, where he allegedly fled from a traffic stop. The motorcyclist was eventually found near a wooded area by Ray Lawrence Bridge and taken into custody. The rider was identified as 23-year-old Joey Bandy. Bandy faces charges including fleeing or evading police, reckless driving, no registration plates, and failure to maintain insurance.
Damn. Sounds like he's screwed. Hey, what's going on, man? Al Rose. Wilson, Virginia Chaos is in the building. Shout out to Virginia Chaos. Tommy, how you doing? Thank you for joining me today. So Loud is in the house. Shout out to North Carolina, the Jimster. Thank you guys all for tuning in. So Loud. Oh, shit. So Loud's birthday. Happy birthday, So Loud. Hope you have a great one, man. Diaz, what's going on? Happy hump day to everybody. We got the regulars in the building. So, let me see here. I'm trying to go through all the different things. There's a lot of them. All right, so let's get to the topic at hand. This situation at Cadillac Ranch. So, I got some videos to show you guys. Let me show you guys some pictures from the scene. So they host a bike night. I believe it's every second Tuesday of every month. I think. Don't like hold me to that, but they hold a bike night. A lot of people show up to it, like quite a bit. But it had a large police presence. I can only tell you from what different people have said, and I don't know if this is all 100% true. This is from Jennifer Bacon, her name is. This is her. She said she was there, right, with this van. So she said yesterday she did not go to the Cadillac Ranch. We love our bike nights. We love the connections we made, the friendships we built, and the amazing atmosphere they always bring. Before the event started, I brought a bin of chicken for Amy and me. We were sitting in the van eating, talking how weird the night felt, the smoky sky. Everything that had been going on in the past few days, something just felt off. I was sitting in the van doorway talking to Amy, who was standing beside me, when we heard what sounded like a firework. Honestly, I thought that's all it was. Then you could see the panic. It wasn't immediate chaos at first. It seemed like no one closer than us. Thankfully, we were about 50 feet away. Knew exactly what happened either. they had heard what sounded like a gunshot. The only thing that we witnessed was the shooter being taken down. So apparently, this guy who did this was taken down by a bunch of people, right? And they charged the people that took him down, allegedly. It's very weird. So that's the guy on the left. You see him right there? So it says, the only thing we witnessed was the shooter being taken down in a moment. It felt like 20 minutes of everyone around us saying, oh my God, he's not going to make it, between all the fists and feet flying. I mean, what do you expect when someone does something like this? Of course, they're going to beat the shit out of the dude, right? Within minutes, we were surrounded by police, and they surrounded the whole place. I'm going to show you guys some exclusive drone footage of the place, right? Here, matter of fact, let me show you guys now. Here is some exclusive drone footage from the place. I got a lot of different videos to show you guys. You ready? Let's get to it. So here it is. You can see the police cars responding. I'm going to go down there and see if I can interview maybe the owner of the place, or if anyone's there that maybe was there during the incident. I'll see if I can interview him. You can see the scene being taped off. I believe that's where the man was. So apparently, from what I hear, is this guy pulled out a gun, shot someone in the chest, right? And then these people jumped on him. I mean, what do you expect them to do? Wouldn't anybody try to jump on the guy? I mean, but so a bunch of people have been charged. Why they would charge a bunch of people that jumped on the shooter is pretty wild. I don't get it. I mean, who cares, right? Let them jump on this guy. Says 8 men charged after shooting an assault at Cadillac Ranch that left a man critically injured. See if I can play this video for you guys. And we got more video to show you guys of the situation. Let's see.
A 5-year-old man in critical condition after a shooting at Cadillac Ranch in Southington. News 8's Natasha Lipchenko live for us outside the restaurant with what we know. Natasha, good morning.
Laura, good morning. Well, there was heavy police presence here last night. Police telling us they responded to a report of a shooting around 7 p.m. And when they arrived to the scene, they found that 25-year-old man suffering from a gunshot wound to the torso. He was transported.
Hit that like button. Share this video. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
To a local hospital where police say he remains in critical condition. Police say a 44-year-old man who was also on the scene was a victim of an apparent assault. He was transported to the hospital and is in stable condition. At the time of the alleged shooting, Cadillac Ranch was hosting Bike Night. It's a charity event that supports St. Jude Children's Research Hospital.
So apparently the guy that got assaulted was the shooter, apparently. I'm not 100% on that, but that's what I hear. I don't know if it's 100% true, But that's what I hear, is that the guy that got assaulted was the shooter.
Witnesses claim to have heard a single gunshot.
The band was playing and we were all having a great time, and you know, it sounded like a motorcycle backfired, but it was unfortunately not.
I didn't hear anything. I just heard the pop, turned the other direction, and walked. I seen everybody running towards it, and I went the other way. I didn't want nothing to do with whatever happened.
And police tell us that several neighboring police agencies came to the scene to help as well, including Connecticut State Police. This is, of course, still an active and ongoing investigation. We will bring you the latest details here on air and online, WTNH.
Chattin With Staxx will bring you the latest details. You don't got to worry about it. So it says 8 people have been charged in biker melee shooting, police say. One man is critically injured in a shooting, and another was assaulted at the fundraiser event in Southington. But like I said, I believe that the guy that was assaulted was the shooter. I mean, why would they arrest people for assaulting the shooter? I don't get it. It's kind of odd that they would do that, right? I really don't understand all that. So here, we got more video for you guys. I got one video I can't play you because it's too, a little too graphic. No, we got another one for you. This is something you don't expect to see at a place like this, right? I'm going to share the profile of the guy who gave me the drone footage. You guys can go follow him. He's a photographer from Southington, Connecticut. I know the guys that stopped the shooter are heroes, right? Like, instead they arrest him. It's crazy. Yeah, the shooter can expect to be attacked, of course. Yeah, on the shooter, I believe it was Tommy. Yeah, I'm not going to show the picture of the people that were arrested. So it says here, 8 people have been arrested following the shooting and assault during Cadillac Ranch restaurant, a regular bike night event in Southington that left 2 men hospitalized, including one who remains in critical condition. I mean, if they assaulted the shooter, I don't understand why they're being charged, right? The incident occurred around 7 p.m. Wednesday, July 15th at Cadillac Ranch, where police say the parking lot and restaurant were crowded with motorcycle enthusiasts and members of several motorcycle clubs. According to the Southington Police Department, on Thursday morning, the investigation determined that a physical altercation began in the parking lot. During the fight, a firearm was discharged, striking a 25-year-old man in the chest. Police said the victim was taken to a local area hospital where he remains in critical condition. Police said his identity is being withheld. Investigators say the altercation continued until officers arrived. I believe that's what they were doing, is fighting the shooter. They were beating up the shooter, right? So it says during the incident, 4 people allegedly acted together and assaulted a 44-year-old man. Listen, if I was there and there was a fucking guy shooting, who wouldn't, right? So the victim was transported to the hospital, expected to recover. His identity has not been released. How come they don't have the name of the guy allegedly that shot? How come? Says according to the SPD, 4 people were arrested and charged with second-degree assault in connection with the incident. So they are being held, right, on a $150,000 bond to the 4 people that were charged with assault. So if these guys were beating up the shooter, their bond's $150,000. That's Connecticut for you. So during the investigation, police also arrested 4 people on charges of interfering with police after their identities were confirmed by Bristol Police Department and released on bond, scheduled to appear in the Britain Superior Court July 29th. So 4 other people were charged with interfering. So maybe they got involved when the cops tried to stop them from beating up the shooter. Maybe they got involved. I'm not really sure. But police said both victims are expected to survive their injuries. The department thanked the Connecticut State Police, Plainville, blah, blah, blah. But the investigation remains active. But I'm pretty shocked that they didn't name the shooter or even say that a man was arrested for the shooting. They just say they arrested 4 people for assault and 4 people for interfering. Like, I don't even understand why they would be arrested. You mean the cops didn't rush in and shoot everyone and arrest everyone there? I mean, it sounds like they arrested the wrong people, right? Like, why would they do that? Hey, Brad, what's going on? Thank you for joining me. Tommy, how are you? Edmonton, Ginger Biker, how you doing? Gonna be a good weekend for me. No caregiver for me this weekend. Woohoo. Just keep pushing, man. Luckily the shooter didn't get shot, right? How come they're not naming the guy that was the shooter and they didn't say if any arrests were made for the shooting? I don't know. CMC. I'll find out. I mean, the dude shot someone in the chest. That's definitely attempted murder, right? But if a guy is in a crowd of bikers, pulls out a gun and shoots, and the bikers jump on the guy with the gun, they arrest the guys that jump on the guy with the gun? Very odd, don't you think? If you carry, you got to be tip-top shape upstairs. Otherwise, things will get you more in trouble, more you can get out of. Shooter's undercover cop. That's why. What? You think so? Do you think so, Ken? That would be insane if that was true. Definitely sounds fishy, right? It's always good to catch the live, man, with the man Staxx. Thank you, Ginger Biker. Appreciate you. That makes sense if he was undercover. I'd like to see Connecticut outlaws here and be told outlaws are there. Let's see. I didn't see them there, Jason. 8 people get arrested for protecting 200 people. Alex says I was there. How do 8 people get arrested for protecting 200 people? Very odd, right? That they arrest 8 people for jumping on the shooter. Unless the shooter is possibly an undercover. That's what someone said in the comments. I mean, why would someone pull out a weapon and shoot it into with all these people around? And these guys jump on them and they get arrested? It's very weird. Staxx, one of Los Padres OGs, passed away 2 days ago. He was the $1 Million crew from Twin Peaks Massacre. Damn, man. That sucks, bro. Rest in peace. Los Padres. From the $1 Million crew, Twin Peaks Massacre, RIP Mike Slide, Lynch, Chaplin, LPMC. He's not the guy that used to be in Los Padres, right? That's somebody else? Because I did see the guy that used to be in Los Padres, and he went over to some other club. Felony charges from stopping an active shooter. That doesn't make sense. Something definitely doesn't make sense with this situation. Hey, Roy, what's going on? So if you guys are just tuning in, there was a serious incident involving... So there was a bike night at Cadillac Ranch in Connecticut, in Southington, Bristol, right near ESPN, right around the corner from ESPN. So they were having a bike night. A lot of people were there. This one person that says he was there, he says that this guy was protecting 200 people. These 8 people get arrested for protecting 200 people. He said he was there. So this is drone footage from the situation. Check it out. He definitely doesn't look like one, Virginia Chaos. Look, I'll show you a picture of the guy. That's him right on the front. You see him? That's the guy that was being assaulted. I don't know if I can show the picture of him all bloody and shit, you know? Hey, we got a donation, man. Thank you so much. Virginia Chaos, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you. Remember, if you want to donate, you can hit up the Cash App at Chattin With Staxx, or you can hit up Venmo, PayPal, Super Sticker, Super Chat, Zelle. I'm going to see if I can try to get you this picture. But they arrest 4 or 8 people, right? For stopping a shooter. Something ain't, the math ain't mathin'. All right, so we'll finish this lady's statement that she said, right? We'll finish this woman's statement that she said on Facebook. She said it wasn't immediate chaos. At first, it seemed like no one closer than us. Thankfully, we were about 50 feet away, knew exactly what had happened either. They just heard what sounded like a gunshot. The only thing we witnessed was the shooter being taken down. In that moment, it felt like 20 minutes of everyone around us. Oh my God, he's not going to make it. Between the fists and the feet flying. Within minutes, we were surrounded by police. It's not something I wanted or needed to witness from 50 feet away. I was incredibly thankful I didn't become an even bigger tragedy. I'm grateful that we were far enough away to be safe, but I'm grateful our van became a place where people could run and feel safe in that moment. Thank you to everyone who reached out to check on us after knowing that we were there, sending love and prayers and light to everyone involved. I truly hope everyone makes it home safely. This world can be so heartbreaking sometimes. Please be kind to a stranger today. Share a smile and know that everyone is caring. Know that someone is caring or how much they might need a small amount of kindness. So they're saying that, well, let's not let this incident look bad at bikers. The shooter was not part of anything related to an MC, it says. I'm glad you girls are safe and also glad my husband is still hurt and can't ride with the club right now. Prayers. So apparently the shooter was not with an MC. And they arrest the guys that take down the shooter? Like, what the fuck? And their bonds $200 or $150,000. So here I got let me see if I could get you guys this picture. All right, so here's a picture of the guy. That's the alleged shooter. I don't know for a fact if that was him, but this is the alleged shooter. He and I went to the same church. Oh, you're talking about all the dudes that jumped the shooter probably were in a MC, so the cops arrest them for stereotyping bullshit. Crazy, man. He'll be free soon. So, Nate, was that the shooter? Was that the guy that they jumped on? Is this the guy they jumped on? Hey, if anyone was there at this situation, they say he's the shooter. So if anyone that was there wants to come on here and have a conversation about this, let me know. I'll drop the link. But the real story ain't out. Well, I want to hear the real story, Nate. Everyone says I didn't see it. I heard I heard shit and saw him getting beat down. It'll come out soon, trust. Oh boy. I mean, if he was just involved in a little altercation, right? There's no need to pull a weapon out, start shooting where there's crowds of people. Like he could have just took his black eye and went home, right? The shooter said the bullet wasn't meant for the victim. It's heroes. I mean, it could have been really bad, right? Listen, they don't have self-defense here in Connecticut. They do not have that. There is no self-defense laws here. And this is the type of state where you help protect people and you go to jail. Like they don't care. But if you're from another country, right, and you do something, you're definitely getting out. Like he has to fight for his rights for self-defense in court. There is no self-defense in Connecticut. No self-defense laws in Connecticut. Unless someone had a weapon, what he had against him and used it against him, he can't use a weapon against people. There is no self-defense laws in Connecticut. So if they didn't have a weapon on him, then he can't pull out a weapon and start shooting. You can still get off, take it to the Supreme Court. No self-defense laws, man. I'm telling you, it's not the same as like Florida. He's not in a club at all. That don't matter. This dude pulled out a weapon and fucking let it off in a fucking crowded spot. Happened in 03, arrested and legally. So the shooter is lucky. Over 20 years ago. It's a crazy story. We'll see how it transpires, right? But for right now, there's 8 people being charged. The shooter, I don't believe, is charged yet. But 8 people are being charged. It says 8 men are charged after shooting an assault at Cadillac Ranch. The left man critically injured. It says 8 men were charged after shooting that left man in critical condition during a fight Wednesday evening outside Cadillac Ranch restaurant, Southington. Authorities responded to reports of a shooting around 7 p.m. According to police, a physical altercation began in the parking lot. During the altercation, a firearm was discharged. 25-year-old man was shot in the chest. Police say the investigators determined that 4 people acted together in allegedly assaulting the 44-year-old man during the incident. 25-year-old man was transported to the hospital where he remains hospitalized in critical condition. The 44-year-old was also transported to the hospital and is expected to recover. Early in that article, it sounds like that the 4 men that assaulted the individual put him in critical condition, but it's definitely not the case. I believe the 44-year-old man is the reason this guy is in the hospital. They're both expected to survive. At the time of the incident, Cadillac Ranch was hosting a weekly bike night event. Police said they arrived at the scene and very congested crowds throughout the parking lot and inside the establishment, consisting of motorcycle enthusiasts and members of several motorcycle clubs. So 4 men were charged with second-degree assault. Each of them are being held on a $150,000 bond and is scheduled to appear in New Britain Superior Court on Thursday. So they'll be in court today, right? Yeah. I'll let you guys know what happens with this case. 4 other men were charged with interfering with an officer, and they are expected to appear in court July 29th. So they didn't even get really nothing, really. But 4 men have been charged with some serious charges. The investigation remains active, and they did recover the firearm from the scene, but they're not saying if the shooter was arrested. It shows a man being put into the back of a cop car. Insane Wheels, what's going on? Thank you for joining me today. Interference is for not giving their IDs? What? Crazy. Hey, Sluggo got a membership. Thank you for giving a membership out. Appreciate it. Imagine someone tried to get his gun and it went off in the struggle, and then what's your standpoint? Probably not pull a gun out in a spot like that, man, with all these people. That's terrible, man. You guys lost a club member. Sending prayers out to the Los Pedros. Who's saying he's not getting surrounded or someone grabbed it off his waist? Who knows, man? I guess we'll find out, right? I guess it'll all come out in the wash. My standpoint would be try to grab the gun. That's definitely not a place for that type of shit, right? I mean, you got all these people there. Look, the cops went in there crazy. They surrounded that fucking place. They weren't letting nobody leave. You could see people on their bikes trying to leave right there, right? They ain't letting them leave. They had this shit surrounded. There were so many cops there. They got drones flying over and everything. This kid's name's Tayden that gave me the drone footage. Go follow him. Here's his Facebook. I'll put a link in the description of this video. Go follow this kid and tell him Staxx sent you. I got a lot of interviews that I've done. I'm working on them now. And look, these guys are trying to leave right there on the right. You see them? You see they were trying to leave. Hell no, they ain't leaving. Look how many cops are there. They ain't letting nobody out of there. Maybe the 44-year-old had beef with the 25-year-old, shot him in self-defense situation, and 25-year-old bros retaliated. Who knows? There was obviously an altercation, and that's how this all transpired, right? So the altercation happened first, what you're saying. Dude shouldn't have pulled a weapon out. The shooter brings the kid to everything with him and didn't go there to shoot someone. So the shooter knew the kid that he shot. Well, this is going to have crazy effects on this whole situation, on the event and everything, because they're going to scrutinize it more, right? When things like this happen. Hey, Grapes, what's going on, man? Thank you guys for joining me. Tommy, how are you? Thank you for your input, Nate. Appreciate you. I wouldn't bring my kid out to a bike night until he's old enough. Shit, my motto, I'll take my chances with 2 or 3 or more. I'm gonna let it fly. I'm gonna let lead fly, he says. Staxx is hilarious knowing A-Light is rotten in New Jersey cage. It's hilarious. I mean, he put himself there, man. That fucking dude. Listen, he's probably like this right now, right? He probably loves it there, jumping on the top bunk at what, 60 years old? I mean, he's the ultimate warrior. He'll be all right, right? This dude thinks he's a super gangster, just like Barillo Lips. Let me see. I think I got this other video for you guys. It's pretty funny. Let me see if I can find it. All right, you ready for this? Listen, check this out.
Saying that he wasn't actually threatening these people, gutting people like fish. That the guy that he got locked up with was actually using his name to threaten. There's some good information now saying that he wasn't actually threatening these people, gutting people like fish. That the guy that he got locked up with was actually using his name to threaten people. Beating him so he goes to the hospital. So therefore that changes everything. There's no proof, I believe, that Johnny Eli was threatening anybody. Cracking his jaw. Which I thought that are referenced throughout the complaint. Makes sense, you know what I'm saying? With regards to the baseball bat across the head. With regards to gutting people like fish.
Makes sense, right? Makes sense. He didn't threaten anybody, right? Makes sense.
There's some good information now saying that he wasn't actually threatening these people, gutting people like fish. That the guy that he got locked up with was actually using his name to threaten people. Beating him so he goes to the hospital. So therefore that changes everything. There's no proof, I believe, that Johnny Eli was threatening anybody. Cracking his jaw. Which I thought that are referenced throughout the complaint. Makes sense, you know what I'm saying? With regards to the baseball bat across the head, with regards to gutting people like fish. Johnny wasn't on that time no more. Beating him so he goes to the hospital. I hope they give him bail. I think they're going to. Cracking his jaw. He has a heart condition. He's 64 years old. You know, as far as I know, he was never doing no stuff like that. With regards to other references. I don't believe any of this stuff. I believe this was a political move. I think they want him out of his seat. That are referenced throughout the complaint. And this is how they got him. They look for anything. Beating him so he goes to the hospital. And I think he was doing hard money loans, which is legal.
cracking his jaw.
And they turned it into something else.
Baseball bat across the head.
Let's pray for Johnny. Hopefully he gets out at 2 o'clock today, you know. He'll come right out and get back to
Gutting people like fish, pertaining to etc., that are referenced throughout the complaint.
I hope they give him bail. I think they're going to.
I think they're going to give him bail. No bueno. If you win the rat race, you're still a rat. Stay tuned. A lot of great content coming. He rides a sporty at 10. Gotta roll. Sorry, I got something personal. TNT. It's hilarious. Just curious if they were neighbors. If we were neighbors. But shout out to everybody that watches the show. I really appreciate you guys taking the time. I got a lot of exclusive content on the way. I interviewed some pretty good people that I interviewed in the past that you guys like. So I brought them back. And Mike Lynch, Carrie, a bunch of people. Popcorn, whole bunch of people. So stay tuned for all that. Hope you guys have a great day. If you like this show, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your mother's, brother's, sister's friend about Chattin with Staxx. The dopest motorcycle content on YouTube. And check them out. Enzo Inc. I'll put a link in the description of this video if you guys want to get anything made like this. Hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you guys tonight. I'm dropping a show tonight, so stay tuned. If you want to donate to the show, you can hit up the Cash App, Chattin with Staxx. Or you can hit up Venmo, PayPal, Super Sticker, Super Chat, Zelle, all that good stuff. Go check out Patreon. Go check out Spotify. I got a lot of content on other platforms. I'm going to be uploading some new videos, so go check them out. Hope you guys have a great day. And remember, don't be a bitch.
And all new at 5, a major organized crime bust. 23 people under arrest now accused of stealing guns and cash.
Today, police revealed 4 organized crime groups are wreaking havoc.
From aggravated robbery to kidnapping, burglary, and more. Let's take a look at this. New pictures from court documents in this case. These are a few of the people who have been charged. And investigators say the money, tens of thousands of dollars, is all stolen.